Na saa zingine nikikaa naona miaka 16 Dar es Salaam, nikipiga hesabu naona kama nilikaa Dar es Salaam muda mrefu zaidi hata ya Nairobi.
As he drives through the streets, Josh Murunga tells me that Dar es Salaam is like his second home.
So this little unit here, we use it as an office.
As we enter the studios, his team is preparing to record a show, an entertainment show that is known as Ngaz kwa Ngaz.
This is a natural backdrop for this show. For this show. So like Salama is seated right now, I'll show you a complete show. So maskani, mtu anavokaa maskani in Kenya, huku wanaita kijiwe ama maskani, nimesikia ama area. Like on that day if you're not working, you go and sit maskani na washikaji, mnaongea, mnapiga story.
Then real work begins.
3, 2, 1, calling on Eric's cam, go.
The recording takes about 1 hour, after which I sit down with Josh for a one-on-one interview, and he begins by giving us a flashback of his beginning. First, between 1999 and the year 2000 as a radio presenter at Radio Citizen in Kenya.
Citizen Radio was experiencing problems with the then government. And so some of us, I mean, there was issues with salaries and stuff, so some of us could not get our salaries. And it was difficult for me to continue working at the station without a salary because issues with rent and stuff like that.
Josh quit Radio Citizen and worked for Family Radio briefly before seeking greener pastures in Tanzania.
Before that, I made some contacts, and I was talking to the owner of Clouds FM directly. And he told me, you know what, come over and let's see what we can do because I already like your voice over the phone.
In Tanzania, at his news station, he had to start a totally new journey.
They told me they like my voice a lot, but they were worried about my accent, my Kiswahili accent, or my Kenya. So they gave me a night shift. They said a graveyard shift. So I used to work in the middle of the night because they said we cannot put you during the day, at prime time. And remember when I was at Citizen, I was doing the morning show, by the way. Jambo Kenya. Yeah.
Josh later moved on to another station, East Africa FM.
Yeah, I started on radio as a sports presenter and reporter. And then that show was graduated also to the TV show. They told me I was doing a good job on radio. So they took the show from radio onto TV. And so I started doing the sports show. It became very popular.
Josh says his energy, his creativity, his desire to grow never allows him to stay in one place for too long, especially when routine sets in. He decided that he had had enough of employment.
And I started consulting for NGOs as a producer for television shows.
Josh later formed a partnership with AY, a prominent Tanzanian bongo artist, and Salama Jabir, who had worked with Josh at East Africa FM and TV.
The three of us have different traits. Like I'm a TV producer and I also have qualities in presenting. Salama is a TV presenter, and when she went to the UK, she studied television and media. AY is a musician, but a very knowledgeable entrepreneur. And he has contacts, and he's traveled the world. So he, using his contacts, using his ability to be able to talk to people and network, was a huge plus for us, and also being very creative as a musician.
Nafikiri wewe mwenyewe pia unajua kwamba Wakenya ni aggressive. Kwa sababu ni watu ambao wanadare, sio watu waoga. Sisi ni wakarimu sana. Sisi ni watu wa kuchukua time, wa kusema hii naweza nikafanya kesho. Kwa hiyo tufanye kesho. Lakini Wakenya cha leo tufanye leo.
Naishi mbali kidogo. Karibu kaya.
Utakunishtua wanangu.
Their first show was Mkasi, a show about prominent people talking about their soft side of life away from the normal TV sets.
Mkasi as a TV show was born 2011, November. That's when the show went on air at East Africa TV.
We've gained a lot of experience, cha kwanza, which is very important, you know. Imetufanya tuwe karibu zaidi na ukiachana kwamba tunafanya kazi pamoja, sisi ni marafiki.
We used to work from Salama's house, we used to work from my house, we used to work from AY's house. The editor would come with the computer. By midnight, we want to sleep. The editor would carry the computer to their own house and finish the edit. And then the computer would come to my house. I would do the previews while the editor goes to do some other jobs because he's employed somewhere else. So that's how Mkasi really started. But now we are lucky, 5 years down the line, we have a premises where we can film other shows.
To provide television content in a foreign land is not easy. Now, this was Josh Murunga's tactic. to speak their language, to be like them. Like the adage goes, when you go to Rome, do what Romans do. And he's made it. He produces some of the most watched television programs in Tanzania. For Daring Abroad, I'm Alex Chamada in Dar es Salaam.